In January 1903, a crowd gathered on Coney Island to watch an elephant die. 6,600 volts surged through Topsy's body, filmed by Thomas Edison's own company. Why would America's greatest inventor want to electrocute an elephant? On one side stood Thomas Edison, rich, famous, the celebrated father of the light bulb. On the other, Nikola Tesla, a penniless immigrant who once worked for him. Their feud would decide how the world gets its electricity. In 1884, Tesla sailed to New York with 4 cents in his pocket and one letter for Edison. It read, "I know 2 great men. You are one of them, and this young man is the other. Edison hired him on the spot, then made a dare, redesign my clumsy machines, and I will pay you $50,000. For nearly a year, Tesla barely slept, and against all odds, he did it. When Tesla came to collect, Edison just laughed. "You don't understand American humor," he sneered. There was no $50,000, there never had been. Humiliated, Tesla quit on the spot. The genius who would one day light the planet spent the next year digging ditches for $2 a day. But down in the mud, Tesla was nursing a weapon Edison could not even imagine. Edison's whole empire ran on direct current, and it was feeble, fading after barely a mile of wire. Tesla's alternating current could leap across entire states. On the science, it was not even close. One man saw the future and grabbed it. George Westinghouse bought Tesla's patents for a fortune and made him a partner. Together they would challenge Edison head-on, and Edison was rattled. Edison knew he was losing on the merits, so he made a cold decision. If he could not prove DC was better, he would prove AC was deadly. The war of currents was about to turn vicious. Edison hired a man named Harold Brown to do his dirty work. Brown lured stray dogs with scraps of meat, then killed them with alternating current before stunned reporters. Edison even coined a word for it: to be Westinghoused. Then Edison crossed a final line. He secretly bankrolled a brand new execution machine, the electric chair, and insisted it run on Tesla's alternating current. Death itself would now carry his rival's name. On August 6, 1890, a murderer named William Kemmler became the first man ever executed in the chair. The first jolt failed, it took a second surge and 8 ghastly minutes. Witnesses fainted as smoke filled the room. But then came the turn nobody expected. In 1893, the Great Chicago World's Fair needed to be lit, and Westinghouse undercut Edison's bid by half, winning the right to power an entire dream city with AC. On opening night, Tesla's system blazed to life. 200,000 light bulbs turned darkness into noon. Over that summer, 27 million people walked through the glowing city and saw the future. The world had glimpsed tomorrow, and it glowed. 2 years later, Tesla's machines tamed Niagara Falls, hurling electricity 26 miles to the city of Buffalo. The age of alternating current had truly begun. Then Tesla did something almost unbelievable. When Westinghouse faced ruin, Tesla tore up his own royalty contract, surrendering a fortune worth billions today, just to save his friend's company. Tesla had won the war of currents outright. Every wall socket on Earth would now hum with his alternating current, and Edison's empire collapsed beneath him. But history had one cruel joke still to tell. The man who electrified civilization died alone in a New York hotel, broke, feeding pigeons in the park. He said he loved one white pigeon as a man loves a woman. The genius who powered the world could not keep his own lights on. And Edison? The man who fought dirtiest is remembered as the lovable wizard who invented everything. His company quietly dropped his name and grew into one of the mightiest on Earth, General Electric. So the cheat became a legend, and the genius became a footnote. But every time you flip a switch, it is Tesla's current that answers. Edison won the headlines, but Tesla won the future. Which side would you have been on? Subscribe, history is full of these wars.